talk, we learn, we laugh out loud on CrossTalk. Go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk. Yeah, we talk, we learn, we laugh out loud on CrossTalk. Go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk. Yeah, we talk, we learn, we laugh out loud on CrossTalk. Go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk. Yeah, we talk, we learn, we laugh out loud on CrossTalk. Go CrossTalk, 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 go CrossTalk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Let me move myself. Everybody. Welcome to the podcast, your favorite podcast in the whole wide world. It is CrossTalk. CrossTalk, where we give you our take on subject matters that affects us in the spiritual realm as well as the physical realm. And we also talk scripture. It's all about Christ here. Again, welcome to CrossTalk Internet Podcast. I am your host, Pastor Stebo. That boy good. Let's do it again.
Good. That boy is good.
All right. And of course, I have with me two of my favorite co-hosts in the whole wide world. First of all, we got the one and only Queen Reen, aka Petty LaBelle, aka what else is it? Dr. Ish, aka Yes the Diggy Diggy Doc, y'all. It's the doctor. What's up, Doc?
Hey, family, how y'all doing this evening? We are glad that we are back live and in living color. I trust and pray that you had a good day. And we just have to thank God for all of his goodness, grace, and mercy that he extends to us on a daily basis. And he doesn't give us leftovers because we get brand new mercies every day. And I just want to say thank you, Lord, for just another day. Trust and pray you got a chance to bless somebody. Today, I was doing house calls, telephone calls. I got a chance to check in with some of our members that I haven't seen in a while. And it's ironic that we're talking about this subject tonight. But it's just always good to check on folks, and it's good to be checked on. So buckle up, relax, and let's get ready to rumble.
That's right. That's the doctor right there. And of course, we have also the man, the myth, the legend. If the Apostle Paul had a favorite preacher, it'll be this guy right here. He is known as Archbishop Stephen G. Thompson, aka Bishop T, aka the pastor emeritus of the Leonard Missionary Baptist Church, aka the presiding bishop of the New Life Fellowship Conference of St. Louis. He is Bishop T, but I call him, hey, that's my dad. What's up, Bishop?
Grace and peace. Good evening to you, Pastor. Good evening to you, Dr. Ishiru, to
My
all of you, the
bishop.
saints of God. Say thanks be to God because he has given us the victory. Now, I encourage you today to walk in victory, not looking for victory. Here it is. It's CrossTalk once again. It's already August. It's already August the 3rd.
Yes.
We bless and honor God. Thank God. It's episode number 160. 160. Of course,
That's
we have to go to the scripture In the Gospel of Luke, chapter 1, verse number 60, we see Jesus, God, intervening in the naming of John the Baptist. They were
Hmm.
calling him some other things, and his mother intervened and said, his name shall be called Yohanan, John,
Yeah. Okay. I
which
heard you with the
means
Hebrew.
God is gracious. And I say to you, be careful what you name your kids.
Oh,
A lot of times it can be predestined their way. So we say grace, honor, peace, and love to each and every one of you. Welcome to CrossTalk. Talk. Let's do this.
amen.
Yes, that's
Amen.
right. Ladies and gentlemen, you may see that we're one short today. And I'm not talking about Miss Dot Gaston.
Leave her
See what
alone now.
see what I did there? We're one short, but uh, our president, Shannon Johnson, she's watching on TikTok and she's moderating the chat there. But she is on her way back from out of town. She was out of town with the Urban League, the young professionals of the Urban League of St. Louis. So we are praying that she gets back safely, and she has a sinus infection. So
Oh
keep her
yeah,
in your prayers. Yeah,
we got you,
I
girl. We miss you.
yeah, I talked to her just before we went on, and she sounded a little bit like Marge Simpson, but we ain't gonna say nothing about that. All right, y'all. But wait. Real quick, we are your favorite podcast in the whole wide world, and we're here to offer instruction, information, illumination, and motivation. Doc,
Some education.
Bishop,
And some inspiration.
that's right. Make sure you stop right now and invite your friends to tap the screen like crazy and get this trending so the algorithm will get us everywhere on everybody's people timelines. Don't be shy. Don't be stingy. Don't be cruel. Happy Monday. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday to you. Yeah, happy birthday. Y'all know it's this week.
I don't yet. I
Okay.
know.
It is August 3rd. August 3rd. Any August people. Y'all know who hitting up the chat. Let's see who hitting up the chat. Is that is that my homie? SDZ. Is that what's that? I can't see what that is. But it looked like Daryl Lee. Is that Daryl Lee? I don't know. Well, he says blessings right back to you. That's on YouTube.
Okay.
I don't see anybody else tapping in. Let's see if I see anything on my Facebook. Which page you on, Doc?
I'm on. I think I'm on Facebook. I'm on your Facebook page.
My personal one.
Hmm.
Anybody hit that one up yet?
Me,
Oh, you.
of course.
is-
But I was sharing. I've been sharing with folks.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right, so we'll let that roll for a little minute. Minuet, Pastor Lee. Yeah, that's right. I thought it was. All right. He says, "Yup." What's up, Pastor Lee? We had to get you back on here soon, man. Um, and there's Cassandra Smith. She says, "Good evening, Pastor Stebo, Archbishop elect Lady Thompson, Dr. Queen Isha, and LMBC family and friends. Good afternoon." All right, y'all. So y'all saw the prompt. Y'all saw the prompt earlier. It is, why do people leave church? Oh, wait, before we get into that, um, real quick, heard them say. Heard them say is going to be what they hear you guys say. What are y'all watching now? Like, what shows, what movies y'all watch these past few weeks that you think our crosstalk people should be watching? What y'all think? I'll tell
I
you
don't
what.
know.
Y'all seen Ted Lasso?
Uh-uh. I,
Man,
I I was gonna
that is
watch it, but I never
hilarious.
did.
It is hilarious. It is a good watch. I'm just getting into the second season.
Oh Lord, now I can't start now. I thought you didn't like series like that.
No, this Bishop.
Oh, okay.
Bishop don't like
Yeah.
series like that. He like movie. He's more of a movie person.
Uh huh.
It
So, what is it on? Netflix,
it was on. I know it was on
Prime.
Apple.
Oh, Apple. Okay, I
No,
don't have Apple TV.
yeah,
My
but
namesake G son was saying that he was going to see the new what is Spider
Spider.
Man movie.
Spider Man. They, you
Yeah,
know how much it grossed this weekend?
I heard it
Um,
broke some kind of records.
Close to $1 billion.
Goodness,
Sheesh.
And I was like, so what did they see in it?
I didn't know
Right.
that people were that much into Spider Man.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I didn't either.
yeah. Spider
Goodness,
Man
Until
is a big thing.
until this. Yeah, yeah, close to $1 billion. And this was just the first weekend. I think it was released Friday.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah,
I
he
So
said he was going to see it.
correct me if I'm wrong, Pastor Lee. Aren't you like a big Marvel DC uh fan? Let us know. You which one? And if so, which one do you think got the better one, Marvel or DC?
We were over worshiping with Pastor Lee. Matter of fact, a month ago, first Sunday in last month,
Yeah,
okay.
sharing with him. Blessed by the
good guy
word
right
over there.
there. That is a good guy right there. Watch out, Bishop.
Yeah, I don't know. People get to calling when
Right.
they know you. Oh,
Uh-huh.
All right. He said, "No, sir, not at all." All right. Well, tell me what you think. What y'all think about this? LeBron James in Philadelphia.
He chasing the championship.
Yeah, he chasing the championship. He took a pay cut. He got that
He took
what
a pay cut.
what
Well,
4 mil a year for
he's
2 years in
but
Philly.
he's got money already.
I don't think that's significant to him and how much he's going to be paid. That's not a big deal. I think
Right.
he's more into trying to catch Michael Jordan.
Well, he already missed that train. MJ is what was it? I keep on forgetting how
He's
many did
just
he lose?
he's
How many did MJ lose in the finals?
not
I don't remember.
one.
Oh, okay. You
And his buddy is there also.
know,
Uh, what's his name?
Brown,
Jay.
Jalen Brown.
Yeah.
He's got a buddy everywhere when he's getting ready to go try to find something.
Oh yeah. But
He
Yeah,
had
didn't
a
he
you see
got
where?
people.
he had a buddy in Cleveland. He had a buddy in Los Angeles.
Miami. He
Yep.
had a
And
buddy in
Miami put
Miami.
it out that he was coming before he signed with the 76ers.
Yeah, he when he had a buddy in Golden State. He
Yep.
wanted to play with Steph.
Yes.
He's chasing anything where he feels like there's somebody that can help him to win a championship, and
I
he can
agree.
take the credit for it.
Yep. I agree.
Hey,
He's chasing.
look at Pastor Lee. He said LeBron is a great talent, but would never compare to MJ, who I don't like at all.
Look, tell us how you feel, sir.
Because he a Knicks fan. That's why. That's why he a Knicks fan.
Oh, he in heaven.
Yeah, he a Knicks fan. He don't like MJ at all. MJ stood in the way every year.
And made him look
Every
bad.
yeah, dunked on.
Yes.
What have I got?
Yes.
Patrick Ewing.
Oh
Man,
man.
woo, dunked all over Patrick Ewing.
And the
All right, let's get
problem was the only thing was they fooled around and made MJ mad. That's all.
Yes.
and
Yes.
sometimes they would say that MJ would make up stuff to get mad at. He just wanted to be mad. So he'll have a reason to be mad at somebody and be all like, take it out
Play
on
on.
people. Right.
I,
He'll
I,
be all
I
like,
look at some of his highlight reels, so you can't take it. That boy was phenomenal on the court.
Yes, he
Good
oh, yeah.
was.
grief.
He kind of quiet
Nobody.
these days. I don't hear much about him.
Who, MJ?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, he be chilling.
I don't blame him. It's time to chill, right? He
He's
earned
got a
that right.
right to.
He
I
earned
Yeah,
that
mean,
he,
right, didn't he? Yes.
what's he trying to accomplish?
Oh, he
I mean,
did it.
he just sitting back and making money.
That's
Yes,
all.
That's what he
yes.
doing.
Mm-hmm.
Folk keep talking
All right,
about him,
y'all. Let's
saying
get into
negative
it.
about him. He's
All
still
right, we're
doing his
ready.
due. Yep.
All right, y'all. Let's get into it. This is called uh, "Why Do People Leave Church?" Why do people
Mm,
leave church? This isn't a new topic. We've done this like maybe like a year or so ago, and once before, a year before that. So we just rotating through topics. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
The first question is the segment is why people walk away. Question number one, and you know we are perfect gentlemen, so we are going to allow the lady of the house to answer first. Um, what is the biggest reason people leave church that nobody wants to admit? What's the biggest?
Church hurt. And that's a big,
Uh,
broad topic. That's a really broad topic.
it is.
Um, but I'm going to flip the coin over just a little bit and say that COVID gave people a reason to become bedside Baptists or stay at home Kojics or whatever. But church hurt probably is the first reason people leave church. Um, they may feel uncomfortable coming into a different atmosphere where they don't know anybody. Some people are just shy. Um, Unlike myself, I talk to everybody. I never meet a stranger.
Right.
Which I hope and pray that if I when whoever I encounter in our building, that I can approach them gracefully, sincerely, with a smile, to invite them, welcome them to our church, make
Mm.
them feel, help them feel comfortable, and even invite them to sit with me if they like. Because I pretty much know everybody at the church, and I'll know a stranger if I see one, or I'm a person visiting, and I'll even ask them, "Is this your first time here at Leonard Baptist?" And don't make it your last time. And I remember we used to say, if you're looking for a church, this is the end of your search for a spirit-filled church, and that sometimes can break the ice. Icebreakers are good for people who may be in a different place, who may not know what they're looking for when they come into church. But it can make the difference if they see a friendly face, a smile, a greeting, and versus people just walking past you. And I said all that to say this. I notice people in the hospitals because I've been in healthcare for over 50 years. And I watch the employees and I watch how they greet and talk to each other. They don't speak to each other. That bothers me because I may end up in the hospital and I may end up their patient. So I want to see some friendliness going on with the employees. Make me think you like your job anyway, because
Mhm.
I could be one of your patients. You may come in my room grumpy. So I take that same energy and I bring it to church with me, and I try to invite people. I try to create an atmosphere where it's inviting and a friendly atmosphere.
Bishop, what's the biggest reason people leave church that nobody wants to talk about? We got church hurt, and
yeah. Well, I think that there's a mix of reasons why people leave, including daily routines and thoughts in this manner. And I think one of the things we have to uh, discern is the difference in people leaving the church and leaving your church. If and there's a
Mm,
vast difference right there. There are people who some of them move out of the neighborhood. Some of them get upset. You've got in every church, you've got pastor people, you've got church people, and then you've got people. There are
mhm.
mm,
people in the church because Auntie and them are there. There are people who are just there because it seems like a comfortable place to be, and certainly I think a lot of them leave because of wrong expectations.
mm, mm, mm,
Mm.
mm.
I got one for Shannon, she's watching, and she's watching and she's rolling, but she's not driving. So y'all don't think that she being unsafe in these streets. But she says, I think one of the biggest reasons people leave church that we don't always want to admit is unmet expectations. Sometimes we expect the church to be perfect because it represents a perfect God, but the church is made up of imperfect people who are still being sanctified. Another reason is that many people don't feel seen. They can attend for months or even years and never really truly feel connected. They know the pastor's name, but no one knows theirs. People don't know people don't just leave buildings, they leave places where they feel no longer feel like they belong. I also think we don't talk enough time. Ah, sorry. We don't talk enough about discipleship. Many churches are good at attracting people, but we have to ask ourselves, are we helping people grow? Jesus didn't just tell people to attend, he called them to follow him. And if we're only filling seats and not making disciples, people will eventually start looking elsewhere for spiritual growth. That's pretty dope. She
Okay.
backs it up with scripture. She says, Hebrews 10:24 and 25 reminds us not to neglect meeting together, but to encourage one another. That encouragement is part of what keeps people connected.
Sounds like
People
a
don't,
sermon.
hmm?
And I have
She
Is
said,
to
he preaching?
she, she said, and people don't, people don't,
I
people don't leave Jesus nearly as often as they leave environments where they are no longer experiencing his love.
mhm,
In addition to that, she said people don't feel seen.
Hmm.
You have to flip that coin over again. There are people who come to church don't want to be seen.
correct.
Mm,
That is correct.
They don't. You can call people out on Price is Right,
hmm
on Let's Make a Deal. You can call them out by name at the bingo hall, but don't call me out at
At church.
church because
Yep.
you embarrass me
Uh-huh.
in church. They don't want
Uh-huh.
to be seen.
hmm
And that
Um,
is true. And the Bible
one more.
tells us, I agree with her about the Bible tells us don't forsake the assembling of yourselves among others.
Hmm.
You may have a problem that I could be dealing with, and I don't
Yeah.
know it. And I show up with my problem, and you might see me and say, "What's wrong?" And I tell you, blah, blah, blah. And you say, "Oh, I dealt with that." Whatever. To
Mm.
encourage me to get through that. That is the beauty of assembling. Classes, discipleship classes are offered. You gotta want to do it. I mean, we can offer them till we're blue in the face, but
You
if you
know,
don't want
Doc,
to get up,
Doc, as you're saying, and we know this to be a fact, everything that's needed in the church
Is
is
in the
there.
church.
It's
yes,
Yeah.
there.
yes,
Sometimes we overlook it. Sometimes we are so occupied with other things that we don't pay
hmm
any attention to it.
hmm
And you talk about we've all mentioned church hurt.
yeah.
Uh,
Mm.
we get hurt a lot of places.
You
Yep.
don't quit your job.
That,
We
I
get
was just
hurt.
that was gonna be my point.
Yeah.
I
We
ain't
get
never quit a job
never
because I was
never
mad.
but even further than that, not just a particular job. We're talking about church hurt, and I'm just leaving church alone.
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't never got work hurt and just left work alone.
Come
Like,
Mm-mm.
you
on
know
now.
what, I ain't gonna work ever again. No,
Yeah. Yeah.
you,
How that work?
you're
How
right.
does that
You
work?
we get offended at restaurants, but you don't vow never to eat again.
That's it. I might not go
Right.
to that one, but I'm going somewhere.
Right. I mean, shoot. But
Right.
Pastor Lee said, "Hey, y'all, love y'all so much. Got to run." People leave church because they were never really in it. Church hurt is real in some situations. I mean, church hurt is real in some situations, i.e., correction, conviction, and accountability. Accountability is not church hurt. Correction, conviction,
Facts.
and accountability is not church hurt.
And you got to
I'm
be
gonna say that
committed
one last time.
and committed to it.
Correction and conviction and accountability is not church hurt. That's what a lot of people like to um, hang their hat on uh, what church hurt is.
Uh-huh.
The preacher preaching about talking about me, this, that, and third, yada 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 yada. But you didn't say he was talking about you in a negative way when he said you was gonna, you was gonna prosper this week.
Right. Right.
You when he was speaking well over your life, you didn't say, "Oh, I'm offended because he talking about me." Look, the Bible says that the word of God is a two-edged sword. It's going to cut
Uh-huh.
you this way and it's going to cut you that way.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it's cutting the one that's got to wield it. So mm,
I'm telling you, it
And,
you can't have it both ways.
and you can be in church, but not have the church in you.
mentality.
Uh-huh.
That's all two altogether different things.
Yeah,
Yep. Yes, sir.
yeah. Uh,
There are people that are connected but not attached.
Oh,
right.
ain't getting no food.
Facts.
Ain't getting fed.
Right.
Cause
Why
And,
people
and,
walk
and
away?
even
Question number.
Yeah, I was just saying,
Right.
even with that excuse, I'm not being fed. What restaurant have you ever went to where they fed you?
like
Right.
spoon fed you.
They
Say
bring the food and sit it there
Uh,
prepared, and you can walk
uh-huh.
out hungry if you
Yep.
don't eat,
If you don't eat.
facts.
and you
Question
can
number
eat
two.
where you want to
Mm-hmm.
when you
Question
bring your
number
own
two.
lunch.
Uh,
Amen.
Question number two. Where's the line between following God's leading and simply following your feelings? Where's the line between following God's leading and simply following your feelings?
Hmm.
Bishop.
Well, without stepping too far over into what we're going to be talking about in word enrichment on Wednesday, uh, there's a difference in your standing and your position in Christ. And when those things don't come together, you have a problem. We have been elevated through Christ, but does our walk
Hmm.
fit with where God has placed us? Are you acting the way? Are you conducting yourself? I rather use that word, conducting
Mm-hmm.
yourself, rather than
Mm-hmm.
acting, because acts can be changed.
Right.
Are you conducting yourself in the manner of where you've been placed?
Mm,
You've been
And
sanctified. Are you living a sanctified life? Does your stand align with your position in Christ?
okay.
I think we're this. I don't think that was the point of the question. Is still talking about why people walk away. Like, are you walking away because God led you to walk away, or because you're following your feelings? Like
Well,
God told
my,
you to leave, or because you're following your feelings, or like this is what I feel like I want to do.
well, we quick to say that God told me, yeah, yeah, yeah. But the Bible tells us to lean not to our own understanding and
Hmm.
acknowledge him in all our ways. But sometimes we forget and we're selfish when we don't get what we think we deserve or what we think we are entitled to. And we think we're going to go elsewhere and find what we don't even know what we're looking for ourselves sometimes. We just don't get that feeling and we have that emotion that I'm not getting fed over here. Well, what do you mean you're not getting fed? That's what I don't understand when people say, "Well, the Lord told me to move," and I don't dispute with anybody when God tells them to do something. Now, if that's what He told you to do, then be about doing it. But
Hmm.
are you in your feelings? Are you feeling some type of way? And this is what you've come up with that. I'm not getting what I need here, so I'm going someplace else. Where you going? Do you know where you're going?
Mm.
So how do you know what they're going to be serving there if you're not satisfied with what's being served where you are? Sometimes we got to learn how to be still
Right.
and know that the Lord is good.
God. Shannon says our feelings are real, but they're not always reliable. Mm. God's lead will always align with his word, produce peace even in difficult decisions, and be confirmed through prayer, wise counsel, and the fruit of the spirit. Feelings can alert us that something is wrong, but they shouldn't be the final authority. As believers, we don't ignore our emotions. We submit to we submit them to God. I've learned that not every closed door is rejection, and not every open door is God's will. That's good right there. Um, that's why discernment is so important. Scripture again, Proverbs
Hmm.
3, 5, and 6 reminds us to trust in the Lord with all our heart, acknowledge him in all of our ways. Yeah.
I mean that's in alignment with the point that I was trying to make. Our feelings, when our feelings are based upon who we are and where Christ has placed us, that's one of the other points in the lesson. Fellowship, you learn how to deal with people, and you learn how to deal with people's situations and even people problems when you align yourself with God's will. When you're
Gotcha.
in your, mostly when we're in our feelings, we're not in alignment with God's will.
Hmm. We missed it.
Facts. Pamela Smith said, just showing my hand. When I left the church, I followed my feelings. I'm
Mm,
much stronger today because I'm
mm.
learning at Leonard. That's good stuff. That's good stuff, Miss Pam. That's good stuff.
And I'd like to add to that too, because we have to grow from things that we go through. If we going through something and we don't grow from that, that lesson's going to be repeated. Then
Mm.
you will become labeled as a church hopper. And we see people go from church to church to church.
I got a question, Bishop. Here's one. Uh,
Mhm.
when your perspective, when does church hurt become a reason to heal instead of a reason to leave?
Well, I don't think that's something. It becomes, it's point blank right at the beginning. That's where it starts. It has to be.
Mm.
There is going to be hurt. I don't care
People.
what you do, where you go. There is going to be hurt. Anytime you have to deal with other people in any kind of that's in a husband wife relationship, in every
Hmm.
relationship, because
Yes.
people are not perfect. They're going to be hurts. They're going to be
Mhm.
disappointments.
Yep.
So,
That's
as
true.
we always say, it's not that you have a problem, but it's how you handle it,
Come on now.
how you
Facts.
deal
Facts.
with it.
And that's true.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I think a lot of times we a lot of people will leave um be, because it's based on their problem with authority. People
They don't
have
have a
a,
problem at work.
a, well, and let's qualify that. Let's qualify that. A lot of people will deal with a lot when there's a benefit that they can, a tangible benefit. You know, like
Yeah.
if you pay me for I mean, pay me every Friday or every other Friday, I'll take more there than I'm willing to take here. Right. I'm not saying that it's right, and I'm not saying that it's
Yeah.
wrong. I'm just saying that that's
Yeah.
what, that's the mentality. And people's mentality is I'll deal with more at work because they pay me than I will at church when they don't, give me a check or whatever. Because I
Right.
can't say that church doesn't pay, but they don't give me a check. So I mean, I think that people have a problem with authority, and then when someone like the man of God says, "Hey, that's wrong," and you get embarrassed by it, there's no tangible tie to it. That
And
makes
I
sense.
can agree with that. Yeah, it does make sense. It does make sense. But this is all part of discipleship. When
Oh
you,
yeah,
if you're in the teaching elements of the church, Sunday school, Bible study, those places, these things help us grow and help us appreciate correction. God is going to
right.
correct us.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
it's in Psalm 23.
mm,
The Lord
all
is my
right.
shepherd. The rod and that staff, both of them comfort me. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes,
If you understand what the rod and the staff
yeah,
does, then you
yeah.
understand that okay, that with embrace, the same thing that brings you closer will also hit you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The same thing that brings you closer to God will also it'll correct you.
And we need correcting. And
And
that's how
correction
God does us.
No,
right,
we
and
don't. That's
coincidentally,
something we don't
correction
want,
brings you
though.
closer.
I
Right.
know
Don't
we
correct
don't.
That's
me.
the point. That's the
Yes.
point. That's the point. That's the point.
Yes.
We're
Hmm.
quick to quote the my cup runneth over, you know, he anointed my head, and he places a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
Yeah.
But we don't want the rod and the staff all
No,
the time.
no. But the Bible tells us, spare not the rod and spoil the child. Because if you don't chasten the child and teach the child, you got a mess on your hands.
I have to say we. I have to go, that's not what it says.
That ain't what it's saying. It
I
says
was
spare.
going,
But
No,
look,
and
I can be
that,
corrected.
that's
Look,
no. That's I just said that's one of the
but that's
topics that we have dealt with. That's not what it
yes,
says.
yes,
And
yes,
and
yes.
and I know it's meant in all good uh,
Yes, spare the rod
mindset,
and
but
spoil the
it
child.
doesn't
That
tell
don't
us.
even make sense.
But it doesn't tell us to spare the rod and spoil the child.
That's right. Spare not.
It comes from the word. It merely it says, he that the spares the rod hates the
hate the
child,
child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
which gives us that's where we get that offspring from.
Ye- All right. Amen. Thank you, sir.
Minister Smith says, you know what you got what okay, you gotta know what you coming for and who you serve and who you are serving and an encountering with God transformation made with my life. Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's one of the
I
biggest questions right there. What are you coming for? What
Right.
are you coming? What are you coming? What are
yeah
you coming to that church for? Because I mean, if it's not correction, if it's not discipline, as you get with the word discipleship, if it's not discipline, if it's not correction, then what are you coming for? If it's not conviction, if it's not accountability, then what are you coming for? To feel good?
Social club.
too many people are coming to have their feelings sanctioned,
Mm,
Mm.
their idea, and they want you to affirm everything that they're thinking, that that they want to
mm.
what you're saying and what we're doing in church to go along with their assessment
What
of
they
it.
doing?
This is
How I'm
the way
feeling.
church is
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And that is true. And if they don't see
I'm
that,
giving you the golf
Ain't
clap right
supposed to
now,
be
Bishop.
ain't supposed to be no liars in church. So how y'all lying? How can there be?
imperfect
ain't supposed to
people.
be no ain't supposed to be no bad people. Ain't supposed to be
So
no
why
ain't
sick
supposed
people?
to be. They've already got themselves set for a
Mm-hmm.
certain kind of church.
So why do sick people go to the hospital then?
Because they sick.
That's the hospital. They are not going to associate that with the church as a hospital. Now, I say that because I used to think that everybody in church was saved.
Saved,
I
Oh,
right?
used to think that
me
everybody in
too.
church were going to do right because it's right to do right.
To,
And church
yeah.
is where you're supposed to do right.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
Yeah.
that. So I can sympathize and empathize with people who come thinking that. But you got to
Right.
give yourself time to learn that
You
that's
got,
not what it's about.
and you got to be in the teaching parts of the church to grow and learn.
You got a
This
lot
is
of members who are not disciples.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's why
Hey,
the
y'all.
word God.
What?
No, I was about to say that's the we. Let's get to the next part
Okay.
of the podcast, and it's gonna be. Oh no, this ain't the one. This ain't the one. No. So we're gonna play cards real quick. We're gonna play cards, and Bishop has the game today. Bishop
Let's
has
see
the
what
game
it's gonna
today, so
be.
that means that Dr. Ish is going head to head with
We
Pastor Stebo.
let's see.
And since we don't have any gifts, we just gonna play for the fun of it. We don't have to pick
Okay.
who we're gonna play for. We just gonna
Let
play
me see.
Okay.
for the fun of it. All right, Bishop, you got a
Well,
card.
I've got I've got cards called lyrically correct, and they're
Okay.
Okay.
based on oldies but goodies. This is the
Oh.
oldies but goodies edition.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This one, the first one is I'm just going to give three words. I'm not going to tell you where they come from or what. I'm just going to give you three words. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Three words. What they do.
They lying in your face
Smiling in
all the
your
time. On you
face all the time. They want to take your
backstabbers,
place.
backstabbers, OJs. I got it. Cause
You ain't
Doctor
got to
Ish
say
what?
all of that.
Cause
He said, "What's the name?" Look,
Doctor Ish wanted to sing it, and I said it first.
he's. You said, "What did you say?" You didn't say smiling in your face.
Yes, I did. I said smiling in your face all the time. I
I
want to
didn't.
take your place. Backstabbers, OJs. I said it all.
I didn't. I didn't hear all that.
What I say, Bishop? What I say?
That ain't what it says.
That was another word for smiling. You said that you didn't say smiling. That was
What
something
I
You
else.
say?
was thinking it.
I don't know. I don't know,
You
but
didn't say
it wasn't
smiling
smiling.
I said smiling. You know what?
in your
That's it.
mind.
That's it. That's it. That's it. I tell you what. How about this? How about this?
Here's another one. Then here's another one.
All right.
The Marvel asks a question of Mr. Postman. What was that question?
Please, Mr. Postman, look at me.
Mm-mm. Wait a minute.
Both
Is there a
wrong.
letter in your bag for me?
That's the question. Is there a letter in your bag? In your bag? Not please, Mr. Postman. The answer is there a letter in your bag for me?
It's all right, Pastor.
Y'all cheating.
Last one.
Are
In the
we
song,
Y'all,
cheating?
my favorite song. In my favorite song.
what's
And
going
what's
on?
going on? Marvin Gaye said there are too many mothers doing what?
Crying.
Crying. So
Ah!
be it.
I had to think. As I was thinking, brother, brother, brother. For too many of you dying.
Dying. Yep. Answer
Yeah,
was
boy.
crying.
That was
That's
Good
mama.
one.
That was mother.
that's good. That's good. I love those
Uh,
culture tags.
oh,
The
okay.
music
Look,
is
hold
the
on. Wait. We got
lyrically
some
correct.
comments real quick. Cassandra says, yes, me too. We are all sick and need help. That's correct. Uh, Pamela Smith said, Pastor, you were talking directly to me on Sunday. I'm open to correction. Keep talking to me, teaching me as I grow. I'm seeking God's word. And we got a first time viewer, y'all. This
Okay,
Pat,
who?
Miss Pat. She
Hey,
says
Miss
first
Pat.
time. Yeah, she says first time on Crosstalk. I'm receiving some knowledge. I agree. A lot of us, human flesh, can't take constructive, corrective leadership. It becomes easier to learn when you hold yourself accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. That's good
Yes,
stuff right there. Let's
yes.
jump into this next section, y'all. This segment, rather. Staying versus leaving. Bishop, at what point does staying in a church become more harmful than leaving it? At what point
Uh,
does staying in a church become more harmful than leaving it?
I think when a person is not growing and standing still and committing spiritual suicide,
Mm, yeah.
Oh,
that's
ouch.
when staying is worse.
Yeah.
Um, can I add to that, Bishop?
By all
Uh,
means.
at what point does staying in the church become more harmful than leaving it? When you weren't
Mhm.
caught there in the first place.
Yeah,
You just arrived, huh?
Hmm. When you
yeah.
left the other church because you were in your feelings, and you
Mm-hmm.
arrived to that church because
Still in your
because for whatever
feelings,
reason, right, still in your feelings,
looking
and
through foggy eyes.
yeah, it that staying longer than you're supposed to can
Mm-hmm.
be more harmful than leaving when you're not even supposed to be there in the first place.
Yeah.
And I think in carrying baggage from one
Ooh
church
wee.
to another.
Right. And then look, and then dropping off clothes as you leave.
Yeah,
Yes.
you are.
Dropping off stuff in
If
your luggage at other
if
people's
the
place.
problem wasn't resolved where you were, you brought it with you, and you actually become the problem. You
Trauma.
come
Right.
become
Where
the
you cut where,
infestation.
yep.
Unresolved trauma. Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Doc.
That's part of my comment is unresolved trauma. And you're right. When you stay there, you've been in your feelings and you got a bad attitude. And people scared to say anything to you because you may explode. You may
Right.
go
And then
live.
then you have to be careful that, you know, when you don't when a leader doesn't address that problem
And
because
grow.
they don't want to run that person away, there's more it's more about numbers than it is about being
So,
sanctified. So
yeah,
I don't want to hurt your feelings. I know because you might leave here too.
yeah,
So we don't
yeah,
address that
yeah.
situation and make that
And that's
person accountable. And if they can run from it somewhere else and find refuge in the next church,
in peace and comfort. They gonna wear it out.
they'll wear it out.
I ain't got no sound effects over here, but
Yeah.
Pastor, you look still.
Yeah.
Are you frozen in time? You must be. You frozen?
Mm, facts.
Okay.
Trying to get
I didn't
back
have no
there.
sound effects, but I made my own.
Yep. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I got froze. I got
So yeah.
froze in
Yeah,
some of
that
y'all what y'all was
unresolved
saying.
trauma
What was
from
y'all?
one church to another is not healthy for anybody, them or us, or wherever they go. It's like a
Yeah.
marriage. It's like a relationship. You in a new relationship, but you talk about constantly what happened in the old relationship, what he didn't do or what she didn't do. Nobody wants to hear that. And you in a new relationship, you left that relationship behind. Don't bring that baggage. Resolve the
And
trauma.
and not only from that point of view, if a person gets held accountable in one church, and it's like a child that get whipped at home and they go over to auntie's house and, oh, come on, baby, it's all right then,
Yes,
rather than addressing that issue,
yes, yes,
and they
yes.
they side with the one that held them accountable,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and they only make the problem worse.
Make it worse. Problem gets bigger. Why you looking like that, Pat?
you know
You all right?
Now you can't come here with that attitude.
No.
You got whipped at home for it. Don't bring it here, cause I ain't
I'm
got
telling
nothing
you,
but some more for you.
because it don't work. It does not work. It doesn't work. I guess our pastor fell out. He might be back in a second
I
or
don't
two.
know.
Well, what's our next question? Uh,
If that segment is still open, between staying and leaving,
uh,
I think that yeah, that is a harsh reality
mm-hmm.
that
Yes, it
it
is.
becomes more harmful more harmful to stay than it is to leave. And
Uh-huh.
that can, look at it vice versa. You're running from a situation, you're only going to run into it again.
That's it.
Right, right,
Because
right,
you,
right.
yes, that is so true.
Sometimes, like you said, Bishop,
Resolve.
the problem um isn't the problem isn't static. Sometimes the problem is you, and when you move, you take that problem with you.
Take it with you.
Yeah,
All of it.
yeah. And question number two, I was almost about to say something. You know what? The more and more I pastor, and the more and more I mature, the less and less I have to say.
Mm.
And it's good to listen.
No, what I'm saying is, like, sometimes the things that come up to mind to say,
Oh, oh yeah.
Mhm.
I don't say it. Question number two: where's the line between following God's leading and did we already do that?
That's the question we just talked
Same
about.
question. All
The
right, so let's
difference
go
in
to
staying and leaving.
all right. Let's go to segment three: the church's responsibility. What responsibilities does a church have when members quietly disappear? What responsibility does a church have when members quietly disappear? And can I start this one, y'all mind?
Absolutely.
Um,
It is your
so
show.
so now it's my show. Well, I tell you, Doc be killing me. no, no, but Doc said this earlier in the podcast. Um, she said that what she does is she makes it her kind of like her duty to kind of check on people who haven't been in church. Hey, we haven't seen you in a minute. We miss you. Blah 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 blah. I know Mother Thompson is really good at that.
Yes.
Um, doing that, checking on people. I remember when Bishop was the pastor, and they would come. People wouldn't be at church for a minute. He would ask about, hey, anybody seen such and such? Anybody heard from such and such? And like those are the things that you kind of like th- those are the things that make a church more than a church. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
When we say at Leonard, we're more than a church, we're a family.
Yeah.
Mm.
Those
Yeah.
are one of the things that make church more than a church. It makes it more like a family when people know that you're missing,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you don't have to
Yeah.
be one of the big people to know, that
Right.
says a lot about the church's responsibility, what the church takes as its responsibility to members and to family members, to actually recognize them without having them to be like I said, one of the big, you
Right.
know
A
the big people.
superstar, a basketball player, doctor, or something. Yes.
Yeah, or even one of the people that are doing things on a religious basis.
Hmm.
Like everybody sees your face. They know you. They know you're a wellness champion. They know you, Doc, on CrossTalk. So if you don't come to church, people are going to say, "Oh, where
Hmm.
was Doc at?" Or Bishop don't come to church. They'll be like, "Oh, where was Bishop at?"
Hmm.
Mm.
But when it's just somebody that's been there a few months,
Yeah.
and they be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, anybody seen Pat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody seen Miss Pam?"
Hmm.
And
That's
those
true.
that's one of the church's responsibility, is to take notice of people, to see people where they are. Go ahead, Bishop.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the things we're called to be God mockers. And when we don't show, God pursues us.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes.
And we should pursue one another. We check them out. Hey, where you been? You know, one of the things that that sign is still in the hallway, 5 feet,
Yes.
eye contact, 10 feet, say something.
Yes.
And and
Yes.
and this is how we actually keep up with. That's where it starts with
That's how I
keeping
started.
up with one
Yes.
another.
Mhm.
Yes. And you be, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Bishop, but
Yeah.
Brother Pettis said to me today how he was so happy to see Deacon White, and he was so happy to hear from me that it really
Mhm.
lifted his spirits up. And I got tickled. I said, "Well, you being happy made me feel better. I wasn't feeling bad, but it made me happy that I made you happy." So
Yeah.
we can be little bitty things to members that we new members, visitors. Those small things can be the difference. It don't
Yeah.
have to be nothing big and calling them out and who visiting today and this and that. You see them that 5 feet, 10 feet. That is important. Eye
It's
contact
a
is
difference
important.
maker.
Absolutely.
It's a
Yes,
difference maker.
yes.
My bad, y'all. I left Shannon out of sight, out of mind.
Oh, we
But
sorry,
for the
girl.
last question, she says, I believe there are situations where leaving is the wise and healthy decision if a church is consistently teaching false doctrine. That's real good. We didn't even cover that. Covering up abuse, manipulating people, refusing accountability, or creating an environment that is spiritually or emotionally harmful. It may be time to leave. But I also think we have to be careful not to leave every time we're challenged. Sometimes conviction feels uncomfortable and
It
growth
is.
requires discomfort. The
Oh,
question isn't, am I uncomfortable? The question is this environment helping me become more like Christ or is it pulling me away from him? God calls us to unity, but he never calls us to ignore the truth or tolerate abuse.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you,
Amen. You
boy, she
raised
might
some
have
good
a sinus
points.
infection, but she over there preaching up a storm. You hear me?
You raised some good points, Shannon, and I,
Yeah.
I agree with those.
Yeah.
Um, the abuse, and I guess it can happen in church. I guess I've not seen it. Spiritual abuse, if you want to call it that.
And you
You
know
know,
what, Doc?
we,
We're fortunate. We're fortunate not to have a bunch of the things that other
that you
churches,
mentioned,
right?
yeah,
And you know, we're very fortunate because that's not uncommon. When you look at the big scheme of it, that kind of stuff isn't uncommon. Preaching unsound doctrine,
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
manipulating people over the pulpit. That stuff happens.
And I guess I guess because I've
Mhm.
been where I'm at, where
For a
I've
hundred,
been there.
for
Yes, 92 years, now 199. No, but but
90.
being taught under great leadership, I never I never had the opportunity to experience spiritual abuse.
Right,
So
and
I'm grateful for that. But
I'm a
obviously,
pin this flower real quick, and we gonna go back to the third segment. I'm gonna pin this flower real quick, and
I'm
then
gonna
we gonna
help
move
you
back
pin
on.
it.
Bishop,
Come on, pin it.
Bishop has been very instrumental in not
Yes,
just
sir.
teaching us like the good things, the promises of God, the good
Hmm.
promises of God. You see, I changed that, Bishop.
To the nitty
The good
gritty now.
promises of God because he also he showed us that not every promise. I remember that Bible
You don't
study
want
like it
every
was the back
promise.
of my hand. You do
Yes,
not want every promise that God has
Mm-mm.
in the Bible.
that's what
No.
I'm
Now you
talking about.
now depending on where your standing is, you want every promise that God has for you,
You,
but you don't want
Yeah.
every promise that's in
yeah,
the Bible. Hell is a promise,
that's it, and that's
Yeah. I
what I'm
remember
talking
we
about.
were
So
talking about that, and you came up with a sermon title. I don't want that.
right? I don't want that.
Yeah. I don't want that.
Oh, that's good, man. Let me write that down. Oh, man, I was cold back in the day. Nah, but
And
um, but
but yes,
let me
I'm gonna
say
help
this.
you
Let me
pin
say
that
this real
flower
quick.
because that's
Let me.
why I don't. I'm sorry, didn't cut you off. I didn't. That's why I don't.
You
I
did mean to
haven't
cut me off.
experienced church abuse or spiritual abuse. So we're gonna pin that
Yeah,
flower. We both gonna pin that flower because we've
this
come
is
up
where I was
under.
headed with it. This is where I was headed with it. That Bishop has taught the fear of the Lord,
Yeah.
and
Mm,
not just the
mm,
fear of the Lord
mm.
from the pew, but the fear of the Lord from the pulpit.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's
My, my, my.
a lot of leaders don't a lot of leaders preach at the pew and forget about the pulpit.
And
Wow.
preach at people.
Yeah.
Wow.
And not necessarily people because people are in the pulpit too, but we
Mhm.
forget about the pulpit because
Yeah.
if you say, check this out, Bishop, this is where it hit, and this is why I love Bishop preaching because Bishop will preach about himself. He will preach
He's
like
so good.
he will talk about himself if he don't talk about
Oh,
anybody. I know my
God.
dad's favorite drink when he was back drinking, and I wasn't even alive. You know, but the thing is, Bishop Bishop would talk Bishop would talk about he would say, okay, this yada yada yada, and it'll apply to everybody in the church, but then he'll say stuff about the things that only apply to the pulpit.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm,
will look he
mm.
will look back at that pulpit gallery and say, and ministers.
Wait your turn, preacher.
Right.
Thank you.
And
Thank
and
you.
look, and not only
Thank you.
that, not only that,
Mm.
because this is where I learned my homiletics,
All
my
right.
style of preaching, my art
Ho,
of preaching.
ho, ho, ho.
Come on, come on,
Ho, ho, ho.
come on, come on
Bring
now,
it.
Wait
Bring
come
a minute.
it.
on.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I ain't playing
Bring
with
it.
y'all. No, this is this is where I learned my homiletic. Um, Bishop Bishop would teach us to Bishop would not only say, "All right, ministers." He did, though, preacher, wait your turn. And he'll
Mm-hmm.
have those examples of where he'll say, "Hey, mothers, y'all need to do this. Ushers, y'all need to do that. Choir members, y'all need to do that. Just because you a deacon don't mean. Just because you're a minister don't mean." And then he'll say, "Don't miss this. Just because you the pastor don't mean. Don't miss this.
Oh,
Just because you a
oh.
Witness.
bishop don't mean.
Witness.
Don't miss this. Just
Mm,
because you've been called
Yes.
archbishop." And
mm,
Witness.
he will make it
mm,
abundantly clear
Yeah.
that it is a it's not a y'all sermon, it's a us
mm,
sermon.
Yes. It
And
mm,
applies to all of
that's
us.
why I learned my style of preaching.
This
If you
mm.
really listen to me preaching,
I
the
hear
only
you.
time
Oh,
I say you is when I'm figuratively talking as the mouth of God.
Yeah. Yeah. I
mm,
But
heard
when
you
any
squall
other
mm.
way,
yesterday.
any other stop. Any other time, but look, time out. I felt Bishop yesterday.
I wouldn't even up. I wouldn't even look
Hey,
over there.
Oh,
hey,
my.
hey.
Mm,
Okay,
I
okay.
got it.
Oh,
I
mm,
hey,
got
okay.
it.
Because I
mm,
said, shout, yeah. But no, but
mm,
Bishop is one of those preachers, who you can't accuse of being harmful to the church.
A finger
You,
pointing.
you
Yeah,
can't you
yeah, I'll
can't
do
be you
this.
can't
Yeah.
be you can't accuse him of um manipulating people or manipulating the
Mm-mm,
word to
mm-mm.
kind of fit
To fit
around
in.
him and
Yeah.
hit you, so
Yeah.
mm,
that's where I get that.
mm.
If you want to know where I get my style from, my homiletics,
We got you.
Homiletics.
my my appreciation for
Hermeneutics.
hermeneutic. Yeah,
Yes.
if you want to know
And me
where I
too.
get my
I took
appreciation
the
for
class too.
hermeneutics,
Yes.
Bishop, I learned hermeneutics way
Thank you,
before I
Pastor.
accepted my call to pastor. I mean, my call to preach. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I know I said I was going to hit
Thank
that
you.
and we were going
Thank
to
you.
leave, but let's go to the
I
last
appreciate
question.
that. I do. I want that to
But
go
but
on record. I
it's just the
appreciate that.
truth.
I do.
Uh,
It
yes,
really
sir.
is the truth.
Yes, sir.
And I'm grateful that we haven't experienced that.
Yeah.
Because I might have could have left the church. But I'm
It's
grateful
good
that we
it's good to know that it was put there, but then secondly, it's good to know that it was received and it was a blessing. So I
absolutely.
appreciate that. I do.
Yes. Look, we appreciate you.
Yeah, that um last thing, Bishop, and y'all stop talking
Hmm.
after this because it keep on giving
Okay.
me
Okay.
ideas. But Bishop lately has been saying, "Don't forget about me. Don't forget about me." I hope this serves as a testament that we have not and we will not forget.
Never.
Yeah.
Ever.
And I hope it serves
Yeah.
as a testament that
Look,
we have
I'm
not
telling you.
and we will
Absolutely.
not forget. Now,
No.
nope, don't do it. Don't do it, Doc. Don't do it, Doc. Next question, because y'all gonna have me
Why you know
let's,
me so well?
right,
let's move on. I
right.
appreciate you all so much.
Because I was finna go
I
there,
saw you
man.
locked and loaded.
He know. He already know.
Yeah.
How should churches respond when people leave without saying goodbye. Can I start off again?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Go get them. No, I'm just kidding. no, no, but how should churches respond when people leave without saying goodbye? It's a fine line between not taking it personally and showing them that you care.
yeah,
It's a fine
yeah,
line between not taking it personally and showing that you care. And I'm learning this as we go along. Um,
Yeah.
because there have been
It's
some
a,
people that
it's
left
quite a
Leonard.
lesson.
There's been some people that left Leonard, and I
Oh
take it
yeah.
personally. I literally hurts my feelings, and I start thinking,
Felt some
yeah,
kind of way
yeah,
now.
definitely.
I start feeling like, okay, what did I say
What did
wrong?
I
What
do?
did I do
What did I do?
wrong?
Yeah,
What
Or what
right?
could I have not done?
Right?
Yeah.
What could I have done better? What could I have? And then I start thinking, like, man, this is way too much. Me using that pronoun, I.
I
but
ain't no
that
eyes in
that's
the team.
that's even a concerned parent. You know, when a child strays away,
Mhm.
the concerned parent, what did I do wrong? Where did I go
Yeah.
wrong? When my son ends up on drugs, where did I go wrong? When my
Mm,
daughter got pregnant before she got married, where did I go? Lord, what did I do?
oh
And
Lord
we
have
take
mercy. You bringing it
on
home.
so much more than is our responsibility.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doc,
And
Yeah.
you're so right. Um, I laugh when you said go get them. We have to respect their decision. Of course, admonish them to pray or and
well, this
even pray with
this
them.
is if they don't say goodbye, like they just leave.
They just
I mean, you can
up
go.
and
I'll call them and say, "How you doing?"
Yeah. So
And they if they
I
get
know what you
into
were
it,
saying, but I was just saying it for the
yeah.
audience. She
If they
she
just
she's
leave,
in
that,
she's basing her answer on if she calls and says, "Hey, blah 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 blah."
right?
All I'm doing is adding
Yeah,
context to you. I
yeah,
understood what you were saying.
yeah. But if when a person decides to do something, they have pretty much made their mind up prior to doing, prior to taking the action.
Mhm.
Um, I tend not to beg people to do anything they don't want to do. But if this is the choice that they make, I always remind us consequences come with choices we make,
Mhm.
good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. So
mhm.
if this is the choice that you make sure you and God okay with this.
Right.
And I hear people ask for a letter. That always appalls me because I can speak for myself. Probably, I mean, my pastor can speak for me too. But if I'm moving to another church, I can confess on my own belief that Jesus is Lord. A letter can say one thing, and I can come over there and be the total opposite. And they look back at the pastor and say, "You said this about her." I
What
thought
you
she
over
was
here
this saved.
endorsing?
Yeah.
She
What
over
you
here
over here
cutting up,
endorsing over
and,
here? You just sent me this,
and you just sent me this
and then they
mess.
send it back with
You
the
just,
same letter.
yeah,
Well,
Didn't change
take
nothing.
this money and go back where you came
and
from.
I've experienced both sides of it, and that thing of the letter is just something that has been traditionally done down through the years in hopes that a person going from one church to the other has the blessings of the
Hmm.
past
Of the
church. That's
person
what
that, yeah.
that's all about. The
Amen.
letter. I,
Amen.
I
Thank you.
have received members, and I talked to the former pastor. Oh, this person, they're hell raiser. They don't pay no tax. They don't pay no tithe. They don't do it. And that person come in and is a model member.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
It is a lot of times it's because of the environment that they're in. And you can
Uh-huh.
easily and not be aware of it. And Pastor, this is something you have to be aware. You can easily ostracize a member in that whole congregation, and you can
Oh we.
ostracize one
Oh my
Mhm.
God.
because sometimes when and I know I've experienced this when I'm preaching, you can zero in on a person that does not seem to be receiving what you're saying, and you find
Hmm.
yourself, I know that
Um, you don't like y'all don't like this kind of preaching.
yeah.
Oh, look, I wish I
And
had a praying church
you have
over
to
here.
be very careful because it can become. It's not because you're a bad person. It just can happen.
No.
It's because you're a person. I
Hmm.
Uh
know.
huh.
I've been there, now, and I'm looking out the corner of
Yes.
my eye. That joke with that don't mean me no good. So
Right.
I
And
think,
he in his head, he all like, okay, I like that. I like that. He all like,
Now he talking to
yeah,
yeah.
me.
yeah, it
Yes.
can be so
Yes.
wrong. Yeah.
Yes. That is so true.
No, we're not gonna go into that. But let me back up again.
What Shannon say?
Shannon, the preacher Shannon said the responsibility. Okay, I believe the church has a responsibility to shepherd people, not just count them. Wow, that's good.
Mm,
If someone quietly disappears, our first response shouldn't be, well, they'll come back if they want to. Our response should
yeah.
be love, concern, and care. Jesus left the 99 to go get the one. That teaches us that every person matters. A phone call, a text message, a visit, or simply asking, how are you, can remind someone that they are
Hmm.
more than a seat in the sanctuary. Sometimes people don't need a sermon, they just need someone to notice they are missing. Yes.
That's so true.
Is that a duty? Is that a duty or a concern of the pastor to do that?
Um, I
It's more of us than it is him.
yes, and
And I know you the
right,
pastor, but
right. I feel you. Um, I think I think hmm, I think I'm too young. I think that's too rich for my blood to answer. But
oh,
Okay.
you gonna be young
Okay.
today,
I
I'll
honey.
mean
be
that.
no, but no, and I'm because I'm 3 years in. I'm 3 years
I
in, and I'm
understand.
saying from
You're
where I'm
growing.
at now,
You're still learning.
from where I'm at now, and how I still take things personally. I want to go and be the one to say, hey, this, that, and third, yada, 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 yada. Hey, what? I want to be that person. But knowing from, what I'm looking back at, my dad, I still have my dad to look back at and remember. I don't think that that's sustainable. I don't think
Okay.
that that's sustainable because every tug takes a little bit out of you. every
Hmm.
every departure takes a little bit out of you.
It
And
does. It
right,
does.
right. And before you
Yes.
know it,
You like a
if
parent.
you're spreading yourself so thin, it can you can become callous even when you do go after them.
Hmm.
You could become
Eh,
callous. And I think that where Bishop is getting um to the point, just like sheep beget sheep, I think it's on the
mhm.
sheep to go get sheep.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And Pastor, it's another thing that can be taken and it can be devastating to you. And I speak personally. I've had people to leave Leonard under my leadership, and since I'm no longer pastor, they've come back.
Mm,
And you can't help but think,
that was
Feel
golly,
some
me,
kind
huh?
of way.
yeah,
Mm.
I
What
guess it
did
was
I say?
me. You know,
Yeah.
you can't help
Do,
but
do,
think. And
do you
I've
feel
had
do you feel
though.
do you feel like doing like this?
I've had those
Hey,
Some type of
hey,
people.
I
way now.
still got it.
I've
I'm
had
still old Steve.
I've had some of those people, Pastor, to come and say to me when they thought I was going to move my membership.
Hmm.
They left while I was pastor, came back while I was not pastoring, and when they thought I was leaving, they were like, "Don't leave.
Mm.
Your presence here
Ain't this
means
good?
okay. Okay, I guess my presence, but not my
I guess
pastoring."
your presence did. I guess your presence
Woo!
didn't mean nothing.
I'm saying those things happen, and
Happen. That's right.
you will take them personally
Hmm.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're a person.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And that is
yeah,
why it is important to develop the disciples who can work together And if someone is missing, we, not y'all, but we can check on that person.
Mhm.
And if this is what they tell us, oh, I've left the church, well, God be with you.
I think
You know.
yeah, I just thought of this, and the I'm going to go the opposite way on this one with how
Mm-hmm.
the church. And I didn't forget about you, Shannon. You're gonna be crosstalk talking today, but um, how the church should respond. When I think respond, I think after something happens, and then the church responds. I think something the church's responsibility is to teach people when they're there how to leave, and that
Mm,
I think
wow.
I think I think we spend too much time trying to make people stay that we don't teach them how to leave, and that and
And I
Yeah,
can
one of
agree
the
to
things
disagree with
that I used to try to do is I would tell them, if you're
leave
going
right,
to
yes,
leave,
right,
leave
yes,
right,
yes.
and
because you
that's
That
the reason
might
why
have to
have to come
come
back.
back.
come back.
Yeah,
That's
Yes,
the
yes.
reason why I said that, because I don't think that that is a I don't even we're spoiled at Leonard. You know what I'm saying? We're spoiled, and let's call it what it is. Bishop wasn't perfect, but he taught us a
No, he sure
whole
wasn't. He
bunch of
told
stuff.
us because he
You know
taught
what I'm saying?
that.
He taught a
He taught
whole
that.
bunch of stuff.
That's
He
why I
taught
was going to agree to disagree
what
with you
well
because,
we got to
no,
hold on one second.
but you got a
We
point.
got to remember we're not just talking to Leonard here. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I know,
right,
And we're not
right.
just talking
I know,
about Leonard. We're
I
talking
know,
to
I
the
know.
church as a whole. And the
At
The
church
body
as
large,
of
a
I
whole,
agree.
Christ. Yeah,
right? The church
So
as a
we
whole,
teaching tonight.
right? The church
When you
as a
leave
whole,
one church, don't leave
right?
raggedy.
The church as a
Leave right.
whole preaches and teaches how to and want to make keep people stay where they are.
Yes,
And
mm,
the
yes.
church responsibility is to, hey, we're going to plant you, but it's not our job to keep you here.
yeah,
That's right. We're
yeah,
gonna
You
pour
know what I'm
some
saying?
water on you, help you
Right.
grow.
God is the gardener, and he might pluck you out and put you somewhere else in another pot.
Right.
And that's up to him. And I'm teaching myself right now. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
hear
up
you.
to him
Come on, preacher.
to, to take one out of one
Mhm.
environment and put it in another environment.
right.
When you're a
In
gardener,
Yeah,
blossom.
it's the gardener's responsibility for the sake of the plant. The
right,
Yes.
plant
Yes.
may be suffering in this soil, but it may
right.
thrive in
Yes.
another.
Yeah.
But
And,
it's our duty as the church. My bad, Bishop. It's our
no,
duty
no,
as
go
the
ahead.
church. Is our duty as the church to teach. Hey, this is what you do while you're in this soil. Now,
Blossom where you planted.
when God tells you it's time to leave, this is how you
Pluck up.
leave.
Yeah,
This,
right.
like what I said,
That's
this
it.
we're spoiled because Bishop told us that for decades.
39 and a half years.
I've
39.
seen, I've run
That's my
into
number.
people, I've run into people in other venues who had just, as you said, just left
Yeah.
and they dodged me.
Look embarrassed.
They
Mhm.
dodged me
Yeah.
because there was no logical reason
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
knew how to leave,
Hmm.
but they had
Mhm.
opted to do differently. And because when they saw me, it was like, there it
See, when you've been taught, there's no excuse. I would tell my children the same thing all the time. Now, you're free to leave. You think you know now, you're free to leave. But now leave right. I'm gonna let you
that's the
back in
thing.
probably, but I ain't gonna be happy to see you.
My dad,
Hey,
I
that's
used
real
to
right there. That's
hear
go ahead, man.
my bishop, Bishop Ross. He used to say, if you're gonna go out, hold on to the job because you might have to back in.
you
Yeah.
that's
So
it.
it
See,
it
those
comes
old
down
folks
to
say
that.
it's
If you're
based
gonna leave,
pistos.
leave right.
Leave right.
I
That's
remember
right.
Hey,
when
y'all.
Thank
I left the first real job I had. Yeah, go ahead, Pastor.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just saying when I left the first real job I had. Matter of fact, there was at Homer G. Phillips,
Oh
and
Lord, my
I put in
husband.
an application at Chrysler, and I
Oh Lord.
got the job, and they asked me to start then. I said, well, no, I can't. I got to go back to my job. and tell them that I'm leaving. And I went
Yeah.
back and I told Mr. McKnight, I said, I've got a better job. And he told me, he said, son, that's the way you do it. Said, if you ever need a job again, you
See,
can come back
that makes
here.
a difference. That
Bishop, I
makes a
So
did the
if you're
same.
difference.
going
I
to
did the
leave,
same thing at AT and T.
Yes,
Did the
yes,
same thing at AT and
yes,
T,
yeah,
and
yes.
they gave me the same
yeah,
answer. If you ever need us,
Yeah.
yeah,
I have
man,
always, my mother, that's old.
that's
That's old
monumental there,
motherhood.
buddy. I'm serious.
Yes.
yeah.
I've
Hey
never
y'all,
put a
guess
job
what?
out of notice. What, Pastor?
We got a winner for the day.
Who?
And
Me?
guess what? The winner wins.
Nothing.
It's time for the crosstalk talk of the day.
The talk of the day has been brought to you by, well, you.
Crosstalk Talk of the Day is brought to you
Do it.
by Shannon, the president. Uh, the church's responsibility. How should churches respond when people leave without saying goodbye? She says, I think churches should respond with grace instead of gossip.
Who?
Sheesh.
Girl. My
Sheesh.
Okay.
God. Yes.
Okay.
Sheesh. Instead of asking why did they leave in a judgmental way, we should ask, is there something we can learn? Is there someone we need to pray for? Is there a conversation we should have? Not everyone who leaves is offended. Some people move. Some are called to serve elsewhere. Some are carrying burdens they don't know how to express. Our job is not to control people. Our job is to love people. If
Amen.
someone leaves, we should bless them, pray for them, and keep the door open if they ever feel led to return. A healthy church isn't afraid of honest conversations, it sees them as opportunities to grow.
Go on, girl. You gotta,
You
Absolutely.
can't. You
you
can't
gotta
come back
grow.
here.
Right. Like, like,
You
wait. Like, not today.
Like I told Sean them, you better
oh
leave
my
right.
goodness.
I
Oh
might
my
let you
Not
goodness.
up
back
in
in,
here.
but I ain't gonna be happy to see you. And we can't be that way with our parishioners, with our members. And we do have to love them. Whatever their decision is, we need to learn how to be comfortable with that decision.
Yeah.
Yet praying.
Yeah.
If you go to a church, if you're a pastor of a church and you haven't taught your members what we are spoiled with, consider that. Consider
Yeah. Yeah.
teaching your church members the right
God
way
Almighty.
to
Amen.
lead. And you
Amen.
That's
just look,
something
check
there.
this out. You
That is,
just
it's
might
true.
check this out. You just in
God,
teaching them how to leave, you might convince them
Encourage
to
them to stay.
to
I
stay.
hear
Yeah,
you.
that's good. That's good there. I ain't got no sound effects,
I ain't either. I
but
got
that's
my
a good
hands
one.
over here.
I got my hands.
You got to leave.
That's
Bars.
good.
Bars,
That's good.
Pastor.
Bars. Headshot,
See,
headshot, boom.
Pastor. I think maybe some pastors don't do that because you know how people are about insurance. They don't want to
Yeah.
talk about insurance because it
Life
means that
insurance.
it talks about dying,
Hmm.
but not necessarily. Not necessarily. You know, if I talk to you about how to leave, it
That's
means that you're gonna leave.
that's
Not
right.
Right,
necessarily. And
No,
right,
that was good that you
that's
said it
part of
might
teaching.
reinforce them staying.
Yeah, that's
right.
part of teaching.
And because and you know when somebody tells you, hey, the only thing that I'm trying to teach you right now is how to leave right, that means that you're, like Shannon said earlier, that means that I consider you to be more than just a seat filler.
Right,
Yes. Yes.
right.
Yes.
I care.
Yes.
I care about your soul.
Like
I don't want you to
Jesus.
spit. Bishop said this 467 times, and the next time I get a chance, Leonard, to hear it 468 times. Um, you don't want to commit spiritual
Spiritual suicide.
unalive unalive, and I'm only saying that because we on TikTok now, so we can't
Yeah,
Oh,
say
okay. Okay.
yeah.
They might kick
spiritual
her
S
off.
word. Yeah,
Yes.
You know,
commit spiritual S word. And speaking of that, um, we're gonna you know abide by the rules. But isn't that something how now we can't call it what it is?
Right.
Well, yeah,
That's
yeah,
something.
that
And
Yes.
is.
check this out. Check this out.
Right.
This is what brought this thought to mind. When Jesus
Yes.
met the man who was um, demonized with
Possessed. Yeah.
possessed with legion, he didn't call legion anything but what his name was.
Yeah.
That's
What's your
true.
name?
Yeah,
What's your
Right.
name?
He didn't say, "Hey,
yeah,
demons,
Johnny. Yeah,
T words, L
yeah,
word." He said, "Legion,
Yeah.
get out."
yeah.
And that's where a lot of us are losing our power because we can't call things what it is.
We
Call it
won't.
what it
We
is. That's
sugarcoat
right.
things.
Yeah. We don't call it lesbianism anymore.
Right.
Alternative sex. We don't call
The
it
alphabet.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, just
LGBTQIA
yeah, we
Yeah.
don't
We
call
XYZ.
it
don't.
the L.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we got
yes.
it. Is and man,
And you're right.
Yeah.
it is it's it's a way to strip power and
Mm-hmm.
authority
That's right.
Mm,
It
from
yes,
us.
yes.
that's good.
It's,
That's good. It dilutes it. You're right.
Yeah,
yeah, when you
You
know
it
what you know.
waters it down. That's so true.
yeah.
Yeah.
And when you can't call things out by its name, it is free to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
right.
gonna stay
It's not
Yeah,
because
really what
because you
it you haven't
encouraging it.
addressed the problem. You haven't
Yes,
really
yeah,
addressed it.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
yep,
That,
You know,
yep.
that's so
let
true.
me say this, Pastor, before we go. I just wanted to say we had, people leaving. Like I said, that used to be a real hurt to me. And then
Mm-hmm.
God had to show me there's somebody in another venue that needs to
It's what
hear
you
something that you've said.
Yep,
yep.
And I
yep.
get that so often now from people that have left. Uh, uh, Bishop said so and so, or back in my pastor day, pastor said so and so. I've
Yes.
had ministers who are in other venues now.
Mm-hmm.
They say things that I have said, and they
Witness.
will come back. I use that benediction that you use. I said the other day I was teaching, and I said not that I originated it,
No, no,
but
no.
that's how
You
it you
taught
got
it.
it.
Yes,
So
yes. You,
I,
Yep.
I had to thank God for that.
me
Bishop,
too.
I was talking to Pastor Two a couple of weeks ago. I was over
Mm.
at his church helping him with his cameras, and guess what he started singing?
Come through the storm and rain.
No, he started singing, "I got just what I wanted." Look,
Now he went way
check
back.
this out. Check this out.
He
And
was a
we
little
gone, y'all.
boy.
We gone, y'all. We gone in a minute. But look, I would have sworn on a stack of Bibles and whatever holy books you had that my dad wrote that song.
Because we
I
sing it so
No,
much.
not just that, Doc. He would make up songs.
Oh, I know
And
he's
then
good for that. He's
so you
absolutely
wouldn't
good
know.
for that.
So and he would I remember the first time he sang that at church, he just up and sang it. He was all like, he said, "Stebo, follow me." He said, "I got just what," and my dad is not a musician by this.
His voice is his
He
music, his
no,
instrument.
he tells you where to go. He was like, and so after 30 years of that, you kind of know what
Which
you
way we
trying to tell,
going?
But he would do that, and then I was all like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. And then I heard it on the radio, and I was like, man, he ain't right that song. Like,
Yeah, I
ow,
saw you. I
man.
saw you doing Eddie like that Sunday.
Yes,
Yeah.
me too.
I was like, I heard it on the radio. I was like, man, he didn't write that song. Man, get out of here.
Isn't it funny how you inherit those things?
It's for a long time. They thought I made up now unto him
Well,
Uh, um,
the
uh,
benediction.
not Lit. Pastor Dukes said,
he says that
what was the thing? Now unto him
who
who is
is
able to
able.
keep. Yeah, he thought
To
that he
keep me
was.
from falling.
He thought he made that up.
Yeah.
Pressed down, shaking together, all of that.
Running over.
It
Yes,
was
Lord.
because he made up so much stuff on the fly
I used
that
to
you would
make up
just
stuff.
think,
Golly.
yeah, just make
You
up a
know,
song and be like, follow me. And
I,
then like and then to hear that two know that song, man, get out of here, man. You ain't make go there.
but, you know what? And I think it runs in y'all family. Because I didn't see any
Hey,
make up some stuff.
now Annie do it out of necessity because she forget the
Oh,
words.
Okay, don't
Annie,
nobody know it, but
Annie can make
but
some
those of
stuff.
us that know it,
Annie do it out of necessity. Hey y'all, we about to run this block.
boy,
It is
that was
episode
good, man.
160, and we episode 160 is in
In the
the
book.
books. We
It's
about to
in the
say
books.
goodnight. It's gonna be Doc,
All
Mm.
Bishop,
right.
and then me. I'm just gonna say mine real quick, real quick. Hey y'all, Bible study is back on Wednesday.
Yes,
I know you've
yes,
been waiting for it. Word
yes.
Yes,
enrichment at
yes,
noon and word
yes.
enrichment at 7. I think where you at, Bishop?
Com- Second Corinthians.
Colossians 3.
Oh, Colossians. Okay.
We're coming out of the
Colossians 3.
preeminence of Christ.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think I want to say we're in 23.
Yeah. Genesis.
Genesis 23.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Mm-hmm.
Genesis 23. Yeah. We we're getting into chapter 23. And Thursday, we're getting back working on our bodies, physical fitness. We're going to be back at it like mathematics. And then Saturday, we have outreach. Doc, oh, and then Sunday, 8:30, we got Sunday school,
So
and then
do.
10 o'clock, we got another real church day. All right, Doc.
Yes, yes. Okay, y'all. Okay, don't suffer in silence, y'all. I need you to take care of yourselves, your physical health, and your mental health. If you need a referral, call 314-628-6272. And I'm just going to give you a couple of self-care tips. uh, get a good sleep routine and stick to it. Exercise regularly and spend time with nature. Spend time talking to God. Find relaxing activities like yoga, deep breathing, and write things down. Journal. Eat a good, clean diet. That's my tip from the doctor this week. Stay clean, stay healthy, stay prayerful, and above all, know that we love you and God loves you too. God bless
Yes,
you.
the diggy
Yeah.
Doc, y'all. Bishop.
Yeah, let me just say thanks you all once again. Thanks be to God because we have the victory. Remember that you're walking in victory, not looking for victory. I want to say personally that I've been so blessed tonight. Thank you all for the well wishes and the things
We
that you have said. That God knows it means a world to me. I put it out there. I put myself out there
That's love,
to
baby.
help to make us better. I thank God for each and every one of you. As I said, keep me in your prayers. We're going to back to see the doctor for this test on Friday, and we're already just believing God for the
We
work's
going in
sake. Now,
victory.
I never say, Lord, don't let them find anything. If it's
You
there,
see,
if
you
Get
it's
it.
taught
there,
us that
let
too.
them find it and get it out.
Look,
Right?
you taught us that. I ain't claiming nothing. Look,
Yeah.
if it's there, Lord, find it, fix it.
Yeah, I thank God for each and every one of you all. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Doctor. I
Now,
really
my
appreciate you
bishop,
all that
we
you
do
remember and don't forget. Thank you. God bless you. Be blessed. Continue to pray, trust, obey God, do sensible. Don't panic. Live your life. Stay
and
focused. And for sure enough, I'll see you in the rapture.
we there.
That's my dad.
That's my
Oh
bishop.
man. Oh man. Look at that at the bottom of the screen. Somebody just
Uh-oh.
rolling
Somebody
over.
just flipped over.
Somebody just
Somebody just
woke
rolled
up.
over in their bed and just saw that.
Yeah,
Y'all,
I love
if y'all need spiritual counseling, the archbishops, it's called the pastor's heart. You can get at him. Get at the bishop at getthearchbishop@gmail.com. Holler at him. He has how
Yes.
many years?
47.
47 years
40,
of experience. And how many years of marital experience?
49 will be 50 this coming March.
Ain't
That's
that
right.
cool? Yes,
Yes.
Lord.
So hit him up. Get the archbishop@gmail.com. Also, if you're in an auto accident or anything like that, holla at my boys, Andy Crouppen and Ed Herman at Brown and
All right.
Crouppen.
All
314
right.
all twos 618 all twos, 816, all
All
sevens,
two, all
and we
sevens.
have who gonna do it this time? Who gonna do it
Oh,
this time?
we're a team. We
All right,
did
let's do
it.
it at the same time. One,
Thank you
two,
all.
three. We
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 did it.
did
did
it.
it.
Be
Yes.
blessed, you
Yeah.
all. Hey, I love you guys. Thanks for sharing the
Love
waves
you
with me.
more.
I
Love
appreciate
you
it.
more.
Yeah, most
Pastor, call
definitely.
me when we get off this call, please, sir.
I'm
I
in
will.
trouble
Thank
again.
you. Okay.
Not you, Pastor. Me, Pastor.
I thought no, she
Pastor,
said, Bishop, make sure you send me um
Amy's
uh
number, and then
Amy's
Oh,
number.
Pastor.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Pastor, I need you to call me so I can get this stuff ordered.
All right. Peace
Thank
out,
you.
y'all.
I love y'all.
Love you.
All righty. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank God for each and every one of you. I love you guys. Man, this was a great one.
This was great,
This
wasn't
was
it?